How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Wish stock, ContextLogic. We spoke about it yesterday. I was saying, hey, how you could trade off the fluctuations. We ended up visiting that $10 range. But you know what? I won't take up any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. I know many of you like to trade off of the fluctuations. We cover that. And then secondly, we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information. Does Wish continue to have short squeeze potential? We're going to be finding out, and also seeing if institutions have been buying up shares as well. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know, what were the orders looking like? Were there any large scale orders? This is very key because it does tell us there's some institutional activity. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's jump to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Wish. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $9.94, being up 6.65%. On the low, it tested $9.38, and then on the high, testing $10.13. And as you can see here, according to the post market, we have $9.99 as well. Taking a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 31.802 million shares, and as far as for the average volume over 10 trading days, being at 36.564 million. So we still had a strong amount of volume, especially taking into consideration the previous days, not just the 10 trading days. So it was great to see Wish did show some strength and was able to finish green. Now, when we take a look at the indicators on our chart, we could see right here from the RSI, we were right around 56.86. So yes, we are getting into that overbought territory. Now, when we talked about areas of support here, I was saying, hey, if you can get it anywhere inside the low $9 range or even in the 8s, then of course you can play off of a swing trade. It got to $10.13 before being hit with some resistance. But this is just an opportunity that I want to make sure you guys are clear about and why it's important to know support and as well as resistance. So even though we hit this psychological area of 10, as far as tomorrow is concerned, I'm looking for us to be even more comfortable, being able to retest that 10.13 and then possibly making a move going to 10.30. And this will be an area where there will definitely be a lot of eyes on this, and we're going to be looking forward to seeing that strong push so we can come here and get to around $10.41 where I could see even more selling pressure. But for the most part, buying volume will fix that. So as far as going into tomorrow is concerned, look out for that low 9 area if it does present itself, so you can get yourself a nice good entry and enjoy that run up. If it does decide to pull back, like I was saying, again, the low 9s or anywhere in the 8s, you really can't go wrong with this stock. So we're going to take a look at the institutional ownership and as well as the short interest information for Wish. So as we scroll down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So we could see here for the 28th, which is for today, we have 3 new positions coming in from institutions, and these were filings to be exact. So we have Xane Derivatives that has 5,944. We also have Hoover Financial Advisors going in with 20 shares, and we also have Hennessy Advisors that went in buying 16,843 shares with a value of $222,000. And then also we saw, and I think we covered this yesterday as well, we had Athens Investment Partners that went in with 19,200 shares valued at $253K. Now, when we take a look at the short interest information for Wish, you can see for the Fintel calculation, we have a short volume ratio here of 15.60%. As we scroll down on the page, the short shares availability is at 7.9 million, updated 27 minutes ago. And as far as for the short ball free rate, it's at 0.84%. As we take a look at the short volume ratio history according to FINRA, we can see on the 26th close, it was at 27.28. And for the 27th close, it's at 28.16. 7. So it did creep up just a tick, but again, this is of no surprise because we know Wish continues to have this short squeeze potential. A lot of shorts are vested. They're saying, hey, the price of the stock needs to come down, but at the same time, we see institutions are loading up. So this is why we can look forward to seeing some spikes in the stock like we ended up seeing today. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Wish. So we could see here on the inflow, we had 71.54, and on the outflow, we had 71.75, and this is in million USD. So on the large, we ended up having 4.73, and as far as for the medium, we had 39.09, and as far as for the small, we had 27.72. When we take a look on the large on the outflow side, we have 0. On the medium, we have 41.50, and on the small, we have 30.25. So definitely a strong inflow day, but of course we have to take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days. On the July the 28th, which is today, we had 4,728.3. Like I was saying, strong inflow day. Even though outflow did win out, we saw a lot of large scale orders. Institutions are buying up shares of Wish, and this is part of the reasons why we saw a lot of strength in the stock today. So I want to actually see a continuation of this going into tomorrow, because I definitely do want to see it get back into that $10 range. So I won't say any more details. Let's jump into the final thoughts, and I'll give you some of my opinions as well. So for my final thoughts on Wish stock, I'm definitely going to continue to keep it on my watch list. We saw, as far as how it was trading, it was in the $8 range. I said, hey, this is an opportunity for an entry. The stock has been beaten up quite a bit. Anyone who was able to buy in that particular area and you were trying to trade off of the swings, you had the opportunity to sell around 10. I know many of you are actually holding because you want to see it going to that $11 range, which is definitely possible, especially since we are in earnings seasons. Another thing that we also got to take into consideration, institutions have been buying up shares, and this is always a good sign to see. And we know the stock has been beaten up, and as far as how it's looking in a technical sense, things are looking really good. So anyone who's inside of this play, I feel like there's a lot to look forward to, especially if we get that spike that we are after. Anyone going inside this play long term, like I was saying, it's an opportunity if you can load up in the $8 range and even in the low $9 range as well. There's no reason why you should be rushing into this play whatsoever. I feel it's very important to make sure you're getting a really good entry. You just don't buy stocks. You want to be able to look at that price and get it for a deal. That's what I want to emphasize on this channel. As far as when we went on Fintel, yes, we see Wish continues to have a lot of short squeeze potential. So if we have a lot more volume coming into the stock fueled with that buying pressure, of course we could see a strong move to the upside, and that's something also to be aware of if you are a shareholder or you have a strategy as far as for the short term. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.